What's going on, guys? It's your boy Darth Eternal here with the latest Star Wars news. But before we do get into that, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know. Also, go check out my last video as it was a good one, so give it a thumbs up as you watch. Let's start today's show because we have some big news today. Welcome back to the Eternal Sith Network. So today we're going to be talking about a connection that I noticed and a theory and possibly the truth of Emperor Palpatine, and we're going to talk about it just now. As we know, he considered himself the culmination of the Sith, and he had no intention of passing his empire on to a successor. Instead, he sought out ways to conquer death, and his master, Darth Plagueis the Wise, had pointed him into the dark side technique known as essence transfer, by which a Sith Lord preserves their consciousness in either an object or another person. Palpatine initially hoped to transfer his spirit into the body of the Chosen One, but that plan no doubt changed after Darth Vader's body was so badly damaged in the first duel with Obi-Wan. He moved to the idea of cloning right after, but unfortunately that proved rather difficult when it comes to the Force, as we know. Now, in Star Wars' The Bad Batch Season 1, it was introduced in the Imperial cloning facility on Wayland, with Kaminoan scientist Nala Se forcibly escorted there to help the team there. The Imperial clone engineers would not be able to conduct experiments related to the Force there without samples to their work on, and Palpatine would surely be unwilling to allow them to start work on his own genetic code. It's quite possible that instead he decided to construct a Jedi tomb, so the bodies of the Jedi could be used for this purpose. That would be perfectly in keeping with the Sith, who never liked to set aside a potential resource, and the Emperor would no doubt be delighted at the idea his enemies were continuing to serve his purposes even in death. Now, if this theory is correct, there's actually a direct connection between the Kenobi series and the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Actually, the experiments that seem to have begun on Wayland ultimately lead to the creation of Supreme Leader Snoke and to Palpatine's resurrection when the Dark Lord of the Sith spirit was summoned from the netherworld of the Force to inhabit a clone body. Neither of these experiments were entirely successful. Snoke was a strandcast, an artificial genetic construct created as a host for Palpatine's spirit, but the dark side corrupted Snoke's body, making him an unsatisfying host for the Emperor. The dark side has the same effect on Palpatine's own clone, weakening it considerably, meaning he could not leave Exegol until he found a more suitable host. He eventually fixed his covetous gaze upon his own granddaughter, Rey, although that particular plan of course did not work out the way he obviously wanted to. We know that Star Wars is an unusual franchise, and in the stories hopping around the timeline with impunity, this allows writers that we've seen to weave narrative threads through countless different mediums at once, ensuring everything feels interconnected. In this case, it's entirely possible Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi tomb actually connects to all the different stories being told in other Disney Plus TV series, such as The Mandalorian, such as The Bad Batch, possibly Andor, and the Kenobi series that we've seen, and even when we're gonna see The Acolyte, who knows? But The Bad Batch we know has featured Mount Tannis, and in the Mandalorian era, Grogu has been sought out by the Emperor's remaining cloners. Such an approach would be a smart one, embedding Palpatine's resurrection and Supreme Leader Snoke in the wider Star Wars story. So guys, comment down below, what do you think of this connection? Can you possibly see how they are, how shall I say, Star Wars or Lucasfilm now is doing all the connections and really beginning the process of the cloning facility on Mount Tannis in the Bad Batch? And do you see the connection in the Kenobi series when we see the Jedi tomb on planet Nur in the Kenobi series in episode 4? Let me know if you feel that all these connections are going to be intertwined into one, and they're going to make sense of it pretty soon. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know, and stay tuned as I have another video out tomorrow. Later, guys.